Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast with me, Rangaroo, and today we are doing a 2v2 on Tough Jungle. So, on Team Run, on the NATO side, we have Lieutenant Hypokrass and DemolitionMech. And on Team 2, we have ZhukoDim and Trusty playing Redfor. So, yeah, that's all good, and, well, let's get things going. Speeding up, Tough Jungle, middle. It's very much an infantry slaughterfest. Got some more open flanks around Charlie here, and then also infantry slaughterfest into Foxtrot. And of course, there's a bit of jungle all around the outskirts of the map, allowing you to do some sneaky peeky recon play around the sides. So, get things going. We actually have an F-16 and a Mirage napalm bomber coming out at the start. We're also going to be dropping nape on the bridge, blocking entryway into Foxtrot. Bluefor, they're doing a bit of a helicopter or so into Foxtrot, and a lot bit into Delta as well, but mainly all ground forces. And Redfor also, oh, that's all going ground forces, hardly any helicopters to speak of, except for one Mi-2 recon that's going around the far flank here. Things like he's going to be heading over into sort of ridline area. Blackhawks are going to be landing with the Lynxes as well. And Starkran's coming up. I think the napalms should dissipate by the time they get, yeah, it's going to be very close to dissipating. And that should allow him to get up, yeah. Nope, he's actually going to hold out on hotel. Waiting for it to go away. I'll speed this up a wee bit. It's both sides just trying to get into contact. And yeah, it does go. And we've got the MTRBVs and BMPs, T-72BIs all going into the town. Light Rifleman could get some pretty nice... they're not long enough range to shoot that far, but Light Rifleman could shoot any vehicles coming down this road. Redfor going to be unloading into Echo, their retrospective point. And capturing it for themselves. They're Ontos, sneaky Ontos over here. Going around the flank, and we do have a bit of a big push coming around. Rolands, Bradleys, VLRA, Mistrals, Chieftain Mark 11. A very motorized style play here. Not much armor, very weakly armor except for that Chieftain. But they do pack quite a bit of a punch. Oh, if he's BMPs and T-72As and get the close range advantage on him, you know, it'd be a nasty surprise. Oh, they're going right down the road. And this is Amber's territory. Down the jungle road. Oh, he's sending his Roland in. Yeah, he's pulling them back. Chieftain and Ontos taking point. Ontos is getting annihilated. And it's just a melting pot right now. An absolute melting pot. We've got Charlie here. He's holding down the road. Tanking shot after shot in complete and utter chaos of jungle warfare. And I think the Bluefor guys should clear that up. I made that bombing run, hasn't actually struck these guys yet. It's not a very high priority. And Bluefor's doing a bit of a recon plane down the bottom, getting some Fusiliers around the flanks. AV scout to scout anything around at the bottom of a Goth. But right now, Trusty and Zook are making a nice plaster at the moment. I believe it didn't capture on airbag points. Oh no, they just captured Delta. That brings it up. As Delta is +2 and Echo is +1. And the Bluefor push just going around the jungle. The Tors retreating for dear life. We've got BMPs, T-72s, and more BMPs coming up to intercept. If I can get close range, it should be good to go, especially at BLA. Could probably pen that Charlie. Oh, and the Charlie gets first shot, insta-gib. And the BMP Rundies, if it's scored to make grenade launchers, can stun at this range. But the Challenger's just not having any of it. He is not having any of our tomfoolery. Chieftain coming in, giving a good old flanking shot to the side. And another run for good luck. British armor, right, yeah. And we do have a bomber coming out. Got a MiG-27K ATGM plane. Actually missing both shots on the Rolands, it seems. Oh, T-72A. And this Charlie is still holding on. But the T-72s, if they can get side shots, they'll be good to go. And around goes a good old side shot to the Iron Beast. Does struck it down. And that was really a big hitter here. If they can knock out the Chieftain Mark 11, they can completely stop his person. And they do. The very cost-effective T-72A, living up to its name and forcing the Bluefor pushback. Some bombs being dropped. Yeah, he's surviving. And dogs barking. And Demolition and Hypo get a +3, a very nice +3 at the moment. Maybe because they do have the Foxtrot under control. If this is 2 and that's run rate. So these guys would get Juliet, run 3, 5, 7, 9. And these guys would get run 3, 5, 7. I guess this is also a contested. I guess these two are contested points. Because this would be like their version of Delta. Okay, I see. I see. This seems odd because it seems like this would be more towards red side. And not actually a middle point. As it's so close to Delta. But this is like Redfor's version of Delta. Like their equivalent. Okay, I see. That makes sense. That does make sense. So these two being sort of middle contested. But enough of map tactics or deployment zones. Bluefor still trying to move in strong at the northern flank. Get some more chieftains. At Roland still holding in strong. Some Kurs. My good old favourite European escalation recon vehicles. Bit of ATGM play onto Delta. Got another Challenger Mark III being brought out for King and Country. Fighting Falcons dropping in bombs on the south. Getting a few kills here. Weakening them up. Might be an invitation to a piss up through the bloody over the bridge as the Sergeant are doing. Spots them for the Fusiliers. Challenger 1 moving out is going to be in this nice open terrain. He's going to get nice pot shot after pot shot if he stands it still. And Bluefor going very sneaky peeky like around Gulf sector. Getting some SAS round the flank. Very nice unit to have round the flank thanks to Shrift's knife usage of being able to shoot down helicopters, planes, tanks and infantry squads. We got Fusiliers in Gulf. You know, about to get bombed by the MiG-29 and oh he just dropped clusters on infantry. In real life that would work, but this is Wargame where cluster munitions don't actually harm infantry. So the Fusiliers will basically scratch it off like a light rainfall. Bit of a trickle. Decent terrain moving in close. Challenger. Give him a good shot. We got Machos going around the flank and they do have the VR RPG, the very nice fancy run. There's a lot of damage, a lot of AP, but the Ontos just eating up for breakfast thanks to its high fire rate. And the Ontos is a great vehicle to have in this jungle CQC warfare. Just because it does a nice solid AP of 15 all around, thanks to its heat range. And it fires fast, so it can do a nice bit of damage onto infantry. One of my personal favourite vehicles since ALB, MiG-27 knocking out the Charlie. that's going to be an invitation for Redfor to move up into the forest with the BMPs and knock them out. And freeze, just get nice long range shots and assessors. The anti-infantry king with an auto cannon and a giant 100mm cannon, which also applies HE damage. Bluefor are also moving up onto Echo. Got Chasseurs and Navy SEALs and Sector. The Sapperies are going to be trying to fill them back, but we got Zippos! And they're going to be bringing in the heat across the water, burning the Sapperies, giving them a bit of heat. Nice and toasty. I'm going to see how many fire puns I can crack out of this. This is a nice force here. Chasseurs 85, Jaegers, Navy SEALs, a very good mixed up force. I think I played mixed NATO. Definitely seems so. And he's just burning up the entire town. Thinking of flamethrower tanks, you always want to manually fire them, as they usually have pretty wonky firing mechanics by themselves. But manually firing them, you can cover a lot of ground. It's like having an instant napalm plane for cheap. And the Chasseurs are moving up, but the Sapperies, yeah, just giving them a hard time. I think it's about to burn through the Igler ends. Oh, very expensive manpad units to lose. You might want to get them out of here. Move up some Sapperies, get some mock shells inside the sector, or just more Sapperies. You can never go wrong with flamethrower infantry inside towns. Never go wrong. You have some NORADs though, picking them up at long range. We got a VAB coming in, going to neutralise the sector, and that's going to give Hypokrass and DemolitionMech plus run, or plus 2? Yeah, plus run. BMP3 going across the top grids. Oh, 2 of them making their way across the countryside. Redfor due haste. And it's pretty undefended in Charlie. He's evoking 20 mils, won't do too much damage to the BMPs. We get close to the Legionnaires, you know, they will be in for a surprise. Never want to mess with Eric's ATGM. Well, they have spotted a command TV on Echo, so we're probably expecting a few bombs being dropped on them soon enough. Now a bunch of infantry being brought up, more mock shells, more flamethrower infantry to cover the town. We've got some Apaches. Apache being quite a nice helicopter now, thanks to its missiles being semi-active and not fire and forget, meaning that it won't like shoot 4 missiles to kill one T-72. So very nice helicopter now. Good, pretty expensive, but you really get what you pay for, like 26 AP in your Hellfires. Absolutely phenomenal ATGM. RT being dropped on the inf. Giving in the love. What do we have here? We got, damn, he's very close M109. Usually sees more back towards the base by the FOB, but he's using them for close range bombardment. I believe these are the 45, the really cheap runs. That's probably right. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I got 6 of them. A good number. I could bloody speak. And Demo and Hypo and a +3 now. Did they actually get... Oh, they got a gank on Hotel. Beautiful gank here. Yes, making their way around Juliet. He was moving on to go for his rail, putting the presser on the sector. Oh, we got the command group, yo. And they got annihilated by the mottos. And we got this Ron Navy SEALs completely surrounded. Out of Nage. Only has an AKM and Stoner 63 left, an odd combination of weapons, and he does bite the dust. Redfor just churning out infantry, bringing them into Echo. They're definitely going to play an offensive in the last 16 minutes, because by George, they need to catch up by like 250 points. And there's a lot of points to catch up to. So probably sold into Charlie or Delta. Probably seen the most sanest of ideas as Foxtrot usually is very nasty because they have this run bridge. This run bridge can get messed up in so many ways by napalm, ATGMs, all that nasty stuff. Actually just trying to get a CV on hotel, but it is actually up here. Pretty close marker from DemolitionMech. Bradley's getting picked off, and these are expensive Bradleys. He's a 90 points, 90 point recon Bradleys. Not something you really want to throw away. A very powerful unit just due to the amount of ATGMs, its optics and autocannon, but it is still very weakly armored. So you do have to micromanage this Bradley a lot. And it's personally not one of my favourite recon vehicles to bring up, just due to the fact its weakness of being lightly armoured. And I just usually get all my units killed. That's how I play. Just throw them into the meat slaughter. A higher death ratio is usually better than a K ratio. Well, that's for me anyway. We've got to use M4 5D, so is that an S? Very interesting, a very odd unit to bring up, a South Korean quad 50 cal platform. It's like a World War II vehicle. Only like 10 to 15 point shows, so very reasonably cheap, and it's not too bad against infantry, so you see now. Also the Apache helped out quite a bit, but it does get shot down by the Tors in position, and if they can actually do this assault onto Charlie, which is pretty lightly armoured, or lightly defended, to get those chieftains, should be good to go. Oh, we have more chieftain coming out, 2 Mark 11s coming in to defend the point. Oh, we got BTRTs going around the flank. Sappari's not the best anti-tank infantry, but it will suffice, burning up the chieftain. You could definitely boil a cup of tea in that napalm. And you got MTLBs going over. Just sacrificial runs, drawn line of fire. Making the Legionnaires race precious Eric's ammo. Got a Cobra here now. They run with 2 sets of different missiles or different rockets. Getting shot out the sky. The MP3's getting a nice. Was that a side shot? That must have been a side shot. Yes, it was. A very nice side shot on the chieftain. More infantry being desperately brought up into Charlie. Fighting Falcon, dropping in some bombs. Getting the good old Tor AA defense. And now they don't have any AA up here in Charlie, and these heavy hulks will pretty much roam completely free, just as long as they don't get too close to the BMPs. But the Machos are in the forest where the damage can be done. If they can gain access into this town, it will be a very hard sector to take back. Oh, Hind getting completely sniped out the sky by the SAS. And now it's just a slow crawl to the P4. Heavy Hulk getting a bite out of the BMP's autocannon, and now we got Centaurians and Chieftains all going in. And the AVREs, they can get a shot off here, would absolutely wreck the BMPs just thanks to the high HE damage. Oh, we got more Redfor stuff, LA-4As, very cheap rocket helicopter. You really just get it due to the insane amount of rockets underneath its rings. Centaurian Mark 5s. And now Trusty and Zuko gaining a +2. 7 minutes left. It is still entirely... Oh, +4 now. Did they neutralize Delta? Oh no, they made a move. But that 2 seconds of +4 would definitely help him. But right now, it's gaining that +2, +4. In 6 minutes, they can definitely catch up to Demo and Hyper. So if they can keep up, yes, offensive for the 6 minutes, they will be in a very nice position. And speaking of Delta, very nice attack at the moment. Macho's going across the open field, gaining access into the town. A bunch of Sappari's coming in, a bunch of Mots directly to whole platoon's worth, and they're going to clear up this town. I'm going to clear it up. And that is going to be very good for Trusty and Zook. +4. That's going to be a very fast advantage, or very fast tick break onto Hyper. But I also lose a bit of momentum up here. A lot of the units have been pushed back thanks to the Centaurians and Chieftain tanks. And down here we got some more infantry coming up. They can just hold on to this like offensive for 5 minutes, they'd be good to go. And just right now, just looking at Delta, it is looking pretty good. At +4, they need to get 200 points still. It is still entirely possible they can catch up here. There's all the MI4s, there's so many MI4s. Heavy hulks flying over. Too bad they actually lost it SAS back here. Could have done a last desperate gank attempt probably onto one of these sectors. Try to get a CV kill. In the Redfor, they are actually did a very nice job clearing up the forest with the T-72As and SU-122s. Dropping the bombs on the P4s. P4 just getting out of bomb range. And they're just hunting it down. A wild goose chase. +4 at the moment. What's it? Oh, they captured Delta. Oh, that is quite nice. And it's going to be very hard for NATO to take out back because there's a lot of open ground. And if they can plop up some ATGMs very fast, they can really deny any access into the Delta point. Oh, +6 now for neutralization of Charlie. This is run ready to come back. This is a run ready to come back at a +6. And the CV Charlie is absolutely dead. It's going to be a while before a new one comes up. Probably before the timer. +4. Oh. They might just make it. They probably will make it. More infantry pouring in. And now they are ahead. 1 minute left. I think this is really going to be in Trusty's and Zook's hands unless Hyper and Demo can pull something out because they're at field 450. Some Centaurians, more infantry coming out. Fusiliers doing an open push onto Delta. I'm going to speed this up. Just final attacks back and forth. And that will be a good game to Trusty and Zook. Pretty close KDs. Very fair, very fair. And this is a great match overall. We saw nice, good early on land pushes from both sides. And there was no real helicopter us as well, which is quite interesting to see. Not much air power being used. Just a good old ground stomping match. And those are always quite fun to cast, especially when lots of tanks are being used in CQC scenarios. But yeah, just an overall phenomenal match, and great job to Zook and Trusty for pulling that back. And well, that's all I have time for. This has been another Angro cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.